Hi, in honor of my recent visit to Ireland, I'm going to make Irish soda bread today. So we'll need 4.5 cups of flour. It's a great bread. It's crusty on the outside and soft on the inside. I had it a lot when I was over in Ireland. It was delicious. There's 4.25. And I'm going to add, into this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder. Well, there it is, right in. And some salt, and I'm just gonna mix this up. Now, it's really important that you just put a teaspoon of baking powder, no more than that, because it does make an issue with the bread after. This does not take yeast. It's the baking soda and buttermilk, which is what we're gonna put in it, that makes the difference. So I'm also adding, and if a mug from Ireland, I'm also adding a cup of raisins. Now, you don't have to add the raisins if it's not your thing, but there were certainly raisins in the bread in Ireland. It was a beautiful country, had a wonderful time there. Reminded me a lot of places here in the eastern part of Canada where I'm from, but certainly lots of beautiful scenery that we don't have as well. Okay, I'm gonna add, this is a 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk and an egg, which I'm gonna add into the cup here. And no, this does not have Guinness in it, it's just buttermilk. That I'm going to set aside for just a second because I'm going to be now adding, making sure I got my 5 tablespoons of butter. Now it's nice that it's cold, and I'm not sure if you've made scones, biscuits, or pie crust, but you have to either use a pastry cutter or your fingers and break up the butter as fine as you can, almost just tiny, tiny, tiny. I prefer to use my fingers because I can really then tell that I've got all the butter pieces. You probably could have added the raisins after you do the butter. Probably be a smarter idea. That's okay, it still seems to be working all right for me. There we go, I don't feel any big pieces of butter, so I think we're good to go. And I'm gonna pour this mixture in. The egg and the buttermilk. I'm using my fork just to quickly mix it. Now, you don't do a lot of kneading of this like you do regular yeast bread. It's just a matter of putting it together. It's a bit wet, as you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on a floured surface and just give it a quick knead. Again, when you're kneading, you just press it with your hands, lift it and press. And this should bring it all together into a nice, even. There we go. So this bread you can use with your meal, or toast it, or put some butter and jam on it. My raspberry homemade jam, freezer jam, you can check that video out, and that would be lovely on this bread. Okay, so there basically is your bread ready to go in the oven. It's 400-degree oven. Now, what they suggest you do, and it works really well, and I'll get a knife for that, is you're gonna cut across in the top of this. Because the bread is thicker in the center, that'll help it cook better. So I'll be right back. I'm cutting in my X. And it's going in a 400-degree oven for about 40, 45 minutes. You can tell when it gets nice and brown. And there. And that's all there is to it. Isn't that great to have bread for breakfast or a meal? And so I'll see you when it's all cooked. So here's the bread. The cuts might have been a little deep, but it still looks wonderful and brown. And I'm just gonna slide. Some butter. I like a lot of butter. And some of our jam, freezer jam. If you haven't seen that yet, check that out. And there we have it. Delicious.